Virgo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of June 4th through the 10th. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising signs. So Virgo, for this reading, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck along with the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, I do have the King of Swords. All right, let's see here. So for some of you, maybe an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person is significant. For other Virgos, let's see here, especially those male Virgos, because the overall energy is the Seven of Cups, you could be looking closely at your options. The King of Swords, very serious energy, very serious character. He looks at, he looks at things thoroughly. He pays attention to the details. And the Seven of Cups is that kind of dreamy, sort of emotionally scattered sort of energy. Can even be someone who's wearing rose-colored glasses, needing to be realistic, needing to look at things thoroughly. If making important decisions or narrowing it down, needing to really look at everything closely. So for some of you, this ear energy is going to definitely help you because some of you are looking at options here this week. You have options on the table. Some of these options are good, but then others not so good. So really needing to be thorough and needing to be careful when looking at these options. So just make sure that, you're seeing things clearly, you're seeing things realistically, seeing the potential in, things that have potential and other things that don't, seeing that as well. With this sort of energy, if there was some confusion or if things were going on and they were a little confusing or up in the air, for some of you with this energy, kind of getting down to the bottom of something. That's really what I'm getting, like cutting through any BS, cutting through any sort of confusion, really. Now, what's interesting is you have 3 10s here. You have the 10 of Rods, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the 10 of Swords. So 3 10s and a little spread like this definitely represents a cycle completing for many of you. So this hasn't been the easiest on you with the 10 of Rods. Some of you have been going through this, and it's definitely not been the easiest, but we have change coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. So this wheel is turning. A cycle is definitely completing, and with Judgment and the 10 of Swords, for some of you, there is this healing energy that's coming in. So 10 of Swords, a difficult period, a difficult cycle that is completing. The worst is behind you, and you are rising up from this. With Judgment, you're literally rising up from this. So if something was done to you, if there was some sort of betrayal, or maybe it was just a difficult time that you went through, with the 10 of Swords here, you're rising up from this. You're rising up from this. With Judgment, you're healing. Some of you starting over in a sense. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you do have some karmic energies here. I think that some of you have had to really be strong and kind of carry around some sort of heavy load. Some of you have been going through this difficult time. And so this wheel is turning in your favor. Some of you didn't drop this heavy load. You dealt with it. You were very strong. Some of you might have even worked very hard to kind of get out of this situation, and I feel like you have some karmic rewards coming in for you. Can also even be, you know, something legal here. Maybe this has been like an ongoing legal matter, and so now you might have like a legal decision, or some of you maybe have like the option to settle or something like that, because you have options on the table. So some of you that have like a legal matter that's ongoing, you know, you definitely could be hearing from your attorney this week, and you have some decisions that you need to make as far as maybe you accepting this settlement, you know, what you want to do next. And then others, you know, this cycle is completing. And with the Three of Pentacles, you know, you've been working very hard. This is a worker energy. This is a builder energy. Working very, very hard. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like things have been happening gradually. Things have been developing slowly. Threes are all about growth and expansion. And I feel like you've been working so hard, and things have been developing slowly. But again, you know, we have this cycle that's completing. Higher forces are at play. And so everything happens for a reason. So I feel like you are very much being spiritually guided. And if something is happening slowly, it's meant to be that way. It's meant to happen in this way for a reason. And, you know, maybe with things happening slower, now you have more options on the table, because some of you, you know, you could have went from one option to multiple options because maybe something developed slowly, or you needed more time with something. But I feel like you need to stay positive. You need to keep working towards this, or working on this. And, you know, things are going to play out favorably for you. That's for sure. If you were even like waiting on advancing within your career or something like that, you know, I feel like, you know, that will happen. You've been working very hard, and so you will be rewarded for that. With the Star, very much needing to stay optimistic. If you've been waiting on like a contract of some kind to come through, you know, I feel like that's happening for you with Justice here. But with Justice and Judgment, I feel like some of you are definitely dealing with a legal matter. And, you know, if you have an attorney, for some of you, I feel like your attorney's really good. I feel like your attorney, even if something has taken a long time, you know, it was meant to happen in that way. So, you know, for some of you, I feel like your attorney's really good. Your attorney's definitely going to help you with this, going to help you get maybe, you know, the best possible settlement or whatever it may be. I feel like some of you, your attorney's really good. And, you know, you have 3 10s here, which you don't see that too often. So that's pretty amazing, Virgo. Yeah, so I'm not really getting any messages as far as love life this week. It's really, for some of you, career related, financially related, and then others, legal matters. Or, you know, those of you that just went through a difficult time and maybe you felt like things were unfair. Well, your luck is changing. You are healing. You are rising up from this whole situation. Yeah, and it's a time to be positive, to stay positive. But let's pull you an additional guidance card, Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know? Additional guidance for Virgo for this upcoming week. What else does Virgo need to know? All right, we actually have fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. All right, Virgo. So, you know, you have this cycle that's completing. You are healing. You are rising up from this. It's a time to stay positive, definitely. For some of you, needing definitely to make those plans. With the Knight of Pentacles, he's very cautious, he's careful, but he's also very detail oriented as well, and he's a planner and he's strategic. So for some of you, you know, you are going to be starting something new here with fertility, and also this other energy here. I feel like some of you, you know, you're moving towards something. You're working on something, you're building something, and it will be incredibly rewarding for you. So, you know, this is confirming. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So that's really, really nice, Virgo. And then for those Virgo women, you know, those of you that want to get pregnant, I'm not really seeing, you know, a ton of messages here as far as love life and relationships. But for you guys, you know, maybe you guys this week, if it's something you've been trying to do, needing to look at some other options here, maybe even needing to look at like visiting like a fertility clinic. That could be something that benefits you greatly. For those of you that had issues with conceiving, and those of you that, you know, maybe it's just something you want to try to do, maybe try to get pregnant, give it a go this week, because that energy is there. It's definitely a time for starting new projects, new beginnings, and just giving birth to new things in your life, Virgo. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe, because I do upload weekly and also monthly tarot forecast. So Virgo, I hope you have a great week. Take care.